I swear, please shut up. I should do a recorded, uncut video on this. I'm so sorry I couldn't unleash the PC about the video. I'm so sorry. I was unfairly interrupted in the call.
What's up, you fucking homos? It's your favorite right-wing terrorist coming back at you with another series of hate crimes. Okay. Well, I do love starting shit with random minorities.
It's all black ass in the law! Fucking black bitch!
That's not why I'm here today. Instead, I'm going to be discussing an individual by the name of SonicShadow. And no, I'm not going to call him the SonicShadow channel the entire video. Fucking blow me. Now, there's a lot of ground to cover here, so let me give some basic information about this special individual. SonicShadow is a YouTuber with around 1,400 subscribers who makes videos that can range from rants and reviews to fucking plush videos, which I think says more than enough about his intelligence. Now, as fun as plush tubers are to laugh at, his content isn't exactly the focal point of this video. Sure, he makes shitty videos, and from what I can tell, he'll upload just about anything, even him leaving some gay-ass Discord server as if anyone gives a fuck. But as fun as his content is to riff on, it's not really the root of what makes him such a little spastic. That would be his inability to handle the slightest form of criticism, blatant hypocrisy, and just his overall childlike mindset. And the craziest part is, you don't have to do much digging to find examples of any of these. Hell, all you have to do is look at his channel description, you'll immediately find the first two issues I outlined.
About me, I am a nice guy and not so hard to get along with unless you start crapping drama with me. I like hockey, basketball, cartoons, anime, playing video games, watching YouTube videos, drawing, writing, and making videos. I also like eating unhealthy food. Who cares if it's still good food? Like I said, I do rants, toned, plush videos, vlogs, reviews, thoughts, salutes, and other videos I do on this channel. Please accept my opinion or agree to disagree. If you write negative or hurtful comments that don't have to do with constructive criticism or stalk me, you will be blocked.
Alright, first off, I am a nice guy. Pfft, sure you are, buddy, and I'm a 300-pound black woman. Anyway, jokes aside, you probably noticed something right off the bat, and no, I'm not referring to that "please accept my opinion" line, as humorous as it is. Instead, I'd like to turn your attention to this particular segment. First off, even constructive criticism does involve some sort of fixation on the negative. It's kinda inherent to being critical, so what the fuck are you on about? Second off, I find it funny that someone who's so heavily opinionated refuses to listen to any sort of negative thing that someone may have to say about them. Sure, you'll criticize a bunch of other people, but you don't want any sort of criticism towards yourself. Oh, someone has something negative to say about my channel or my content? I'm just gonna block them rather than arguing the point or taking the criticism. And no, one look at any of his videos and you'll see that part about constructive criticism is a complete load of bullshit. Hell, take a look at how he responded to statements made against him by a slideshow commentator by the name of Boonslayer.
Boonslayer also is pretty much one of the people in the community that are just downright shitty. His commentaries aren't even that great to begin with, and he honestly has gotten worse. He's even worse than Dual Tones, and yes, I said it. And this comment right here at the end of his commentary that he did on 2 videos that I don't stand by 100% anymore is really disgusting. I am going to play the clip for you guys.
That's proof right there that it is at the core of who you are. You are fucking corrupted by hatred, malice, and spite.
Yeah, what a great guy, right? This is downright slander.
Ah yes, Boone calling you a rage-filled spastic is slanderous. That's totally a good response to criticism.
In case you can't tell, I'm being sarcastic as well. I know you're a little slow, and you need things explained to you like you're a fucking baby.
I respect the community for wanting to call stupid videos out, even the assholes out there, and criticize them. I even started to respect some certain cool people in the community, even Keyblade Master. I've come to respect the guy, and in spite of the fact I dislike the crap Boonslayer says, Our last conversation ended up on good terms, even if we don't see eye to eye with each other. At least there is a good side to this community.
Ah yes, the good side of the community, which means anyone who isn't calling you out on your bullshit. You know, I find it funny how you talk about how you respect the slideshow commentary community for calling out assholes, but as soon as anyone says anything remotely negative or harsh about you, you completely chimp out. This extends past criticism too. For fuck's sake, someone types sussy baka in the comments on one of your videos, and you start acting like you're on your period. As if that wasn't bad enough, you then felt the need to make an entire video going on a tirade about how much this annoyed you. Let me give you some advice, dude. How about you don't show the people doing this that this is an effective strategy to troll you? Because whining, bitching, and shitting your pants won't make people stop commenting sus on your videos. If anything, it'll make them do it more. This entire segment shows two of the three things that I had outlined earlier, that he can't take criticism, and he reacts to everything like a fucking child. Slayer criticizes him for being an overly angry shithead, so he immediately proves Boone's point by throwing a fit over what Boone had said, and claims that said statements were slanderous. People keep saying the word sus in his comments to fuck with him. You can argue it's dickish, but in the grand scheme of things, it's fucking nothing. It's minor trolling at the worst. Instead of, I don't know, ignoring it, he acknowledges it with a giant rant where he yells into the abyss as if that's going to accomplish anything outside of giving the people doing it more reason to continue. And then you get to how he acts whenever he wants to talk about his thoughts regarding certain pieces of media. He cannot make a cohesive take on damn near anything. Hell, take a look at this Tumblr post he made. Now, I could use this as an excuse to go on about how Goku acts like an immature retard and that, unlike him, Vegeta has matured a shit ton as a character compared to who he was in Z. But that's not really all that relevant. What is relevant, however, is the way he treats this topic as a whole. He can't just say that he thinks Goku is better than Vegeta and give some form of explanation as to why he feels that way. No, he has to act all dramatic and treat it as though it's a fact that Goku is better. But as I alluded to earlier, this isn't some isolated incident either. Just look at the one video I was referring to earlier, hilariously named "Screw All This Bullcrap Garbage," where he randomly switches topics to Spider-Man No Way Home.
I do not need any of this BS crap thrown against me, all because I dare criticize the community. No, I'm not having it. And oh, No Way Home looks like it'll be a pile of trash. I am sorry, but I am not a fan of the MCU at all, especially MCU Spider-Man. This is all just nostalgia bait. Tom Holland is horrible as Spider-Man. Fact, not an opinion, but a fact.
Now, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you over whether Tom Holland is a good Spider-Man or not. How fucking stupid do you have to be to treat such a blatantly subjective matter as though it's objective? Now, you could bring up that he claimed that this was supposed to be a satirical video, but literally in the next sentence he screams that it was a vent video. So, I'm willing to write that off as damage control, but regardless, this is the sort of argument I would expect to hear from a child. Like, if some kid randomly just started screaming about how Tom Holland is horrible and that his opinion is correct, whatever, just a dumb kid. Now, granted, I would then proceed to punt said small child 60 yards away, however, that's not the point. Dude, you're fucking 20. You'd think by now you would have some understanding of how to properly criticize media or express gripes with a specific take on a character, but I guess not. And in keeping with the trend of SonicShadow having the most childish takes possible, there's his review of the Batman. Now, there's a number of things I could point out with this review, like how within the first few minutes of the review, he makes it clear that he doesn't know jack about Batman as a character, or how he barely fleshes out any of his points, but instead I'd like to focus on this particular line.
I wouldn't have minded if the movie was literally maybe 1 or 2 hours, but no, it was 3 hours. The movie didn't even need to be 3 hours long. There was no need to make it that long. It took forever and way too long to get to the point, like, come on, I want to see Batman kick Riddler's ass already. Ugh.
Now, if your complaint was just with the length, fair enough. This is an issue a few people have had with this movie. But that's not my issue. My issue is the stupid line at the end. Oh, I just wanted to see Batman kick Riddler's ass already. Now, you could think I'm stretching a bit here, but I don't care. I think this whole line, combined with this whole constant crying about how boring the movie was, all the while barely elaborating on why said thing was boring, just shows how horrible he is at media criticism. And then you have this little meltdown over the Joker's design.
The Joker looks utterly disappointing in the ending. No effort was put there at all in his design nor his character. His laugh is great, but if this design is how the Joker is going to look like in the sequel, if there even will be one, then I will be pissed. This right here is what the Joker is supposed to look like. He's supposed to look like a scary clown like in the comics and in other mediums such as Batman the Animated Series. Now that's the Joker, not this thing. Matt Reeves should be ashamed of himself.
Bruh, we get it, you don't like the design. Admittedly, I'm not too big on it either, but my brother in Christ, do you have to address every single gripe you have in the most childish way possible? Not one to cope and seethe about how one presents their arguments, but dude, can you I don't know, address anything like a fucking adult? And if I'm being honest, this is an issue you can find in practically every single video I've mentioned. Go and watch any of the videos I've talked about. You'll find exactly what I mean. SonicShadow can't simply sit down and attempt to argue a point in a civilized manner. Apparently that's too hard for him. No, instead he rages on and on like a toddler because he's a giant fucking man baby. And that brings me to the main problem with SonicShadow. Throughout this video, I have shown that he cannot take criticism, acts like a child, and that he's an all-around hypocrite. However, I think it's really that childish behavior that is the root of the issue here. Go back to his second slideshow commentary community video. At the end of the day, he doesn't take issue with the community because of any true flaws. What he takes issue with is that some of them made some mildly harsh criticisms towards him, and that some of them trolled him a bit. And while I could point to countless things that show just how childish he is, all I really need to do is point to his good/bad taste montage. You see, SonicShadow made 2 videos highlighting things that he considers good and bad taste. Now, while both of these are, well, fucking cringe, and a good majority of the things he mentioned are things that can be best summarized in 3 words. No shit, Sherlock. Hey guys, racism, bad. However, there's one little section from his bad taste montage that really just proves my point. See this? This right here. This shows exactly what I've been talking about. If you consider shit like hard work bad taste, it's no wonder you're such a childish prick. You've got the exact same mentality towards working hard as some lazy little kid. You're out here crying about shit like this. It's no wonder you can't handle people making a bunch of Among Us jokes in your comment section. And until he overcomes this sort of childish behavior, he'll ultimately keep doing the same things I've been talking about in this video over and over again. Sure, it's a harsh thing to say, but unfortunately it's the truth. Anyway, that pretty much brings things to a close here. This is the Absolute Degenerate signing off.